book now.
We now return to It's Supernatural.
You think Hank Kunneman had problems. He had an adopted father. He was a disciplinarian. Never said, I love you. Never affirmed him. His teachers said, you should never publicly speak. You should never write. I mean, he would go into his bedroom and weep. But at 18, he became a believer in the Messiah. And in his bedroom, he was filled with the Spirit of God and began to speak in supernatural languages. What happened?
I had a vision of heaven that night that I was filled with the Spirit of God. My mom, in fact, was yelling at the top of the steps trying to get my attention, had no idea what was going on. And as I was praying in tongues, all of a sudden, I saw myself in a place where there was like a golden river. And I could see a light all around me, and it was so bright. And I could see a figure on a throne. I fell immediately down. I couldn't stop weeping in the presence of what I believe now was, I was getting a glimpse of Abba Father, sitting on his throne. But the glory was so great, I couldn't see beyond it. And that was a very, very dramatic experience for me.
Now, how did your parents take to the fact that you are now a believer in Jesus?
Well, my dad and I had a working relationship. I worked for him, and that was basically how I would sense any kind of love for my dad. We had a great working relationship, but he didn't like the fact that I had just gotten saved because I didn't use a lot of wisdom. Sometimes, you know, when you're first saved, the tendency is you want to get everybody saved. You don't use a lot of wisdom in the sense that you beat them over the head. And I was pretty aggressive and overzealous.
Okay, they're not happy with that. I get it. You had severe acne. How bad was it?
Well, that's the part that made my dad even more angry. I had severe acne. Obviously, I worked at a service station, gas station, oil and everything. And the Lord healed me in a service that I was attending. The pastor starts speaking a supernatural word of knowledge.